Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new positivity video here from Nikoli's Kitchen. My name is Nick. This show is all about scratch-made food and positive energy, specifically here on YouTube, Positive Energy. If this is your first time here, welcome. It is so amazing to have you here. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for all of your amazing continued support. If you like the content, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell if you want to be notified whenever I release new content. I would really appreciate it. Engagement is what's going to help this channel grow, so please, if you like the content, let me know about it. Today on the show, I want to talk about you. How are you today? How was your day? Let's take a moment here and let's just put everything aside for just a few moments here. And I know I've done this in the past couple of shows, but I kind of like kicking off the positivity segments with all of this. That's not a word. Positivity. I'm leaving it in. Don't care. But I want to start off these positivity segments celebrating those little wins. Now, for me, I'm recording this on a Sunday, and I hope you guys have had such a beautiful weekend. If you're watching this, wherever you're watching it, whenever you're watching it, I hope that your weekend has been absolutely magical. I hope that you got some stuff done. If you wanted to get some stuff done, I hope that if you wanted to just sit and relax, that you got to sit and do absolutely nothing. If this was a stressful weekend for you, I'm so sorry. I really hope that you'll get some downtime soon. Try to find some ways to compartmentalize things and take something off of that plate. This past weekend, I really wanted to make just kind of a bang out dinner. Like, I really wanted to smash something out of the park. We've been going through some rough times here, you know, things prep for live stream, and then, you know, a whole bunch of other issues going on. You know, we really needed a win. We really needed a win, to put it quite simply. And sometimes you need a win. For me, my wins come in the kitchen. For me, I cook my wins, because food is one of those great, beautiful constants in life. You know what I mean? So we decided to do a little bit of surf and turf action on Saturday night and picked up some beautiful ribeyes, picked up a dozen scallops. And then what I decided to do is I decided to make a homemade lemon sage pasta. So I did fresh sage, you know, chopped it up really fine, chucked that into the pasta dough, and I made it with a Sicilian lemon olive oil. And then I made a lemon Parmesan cream sauce to tie the whole thing together. Seared off those scallops, 90 minutes aside. That's all you need. Smoking hot pan, and then you just give them a good toss in a squirt of lemon juice into the pan at the end. Absolute perfection every single time. That's Gordon Ramsay's recipe, and I don't even know that I would ever need to try scallops any other way, because these are so good. I can't picture them in my brain being better. I really can't. And then that pasta, unbelievable. The beautiful freshness. First of all, homemade pasta, just second to none. That lemon cream sauce did get away from me just a little bit. The oil separated out from the butter. The pan got too hot when the butter was melting, so it started to separate out a little bit. So basically I had to chuck everything into a food processor, give it a few pulses to re-emulsify it, bring it all back together. But it came together so beautifully. I used half and half instead of heavy cream to just reduce some of that milk fat in there, make it a little bit less rich and decadent. And then basically just toss that fresh homemade pasta and those seared scallops right in that sauce. Unbelievable. Just absolute perfection. Absolutely sings. And then those beautiful ribeyes. I just did some salt and pepper over the top. Got that grill up to high heat. You know, seared 4 minutes aside. Flip once for those good grill marks. Grill marks, bud. Some of you get that reference. And then I made a homemade herbed butter with roasted garlic. So I lopped the top off of some garlic, drizzled some olive oil, wrapped it in foil, chucked it into the oven, roasted it nice and good, popped those nice, soft, beautiful cloves out of there, and then mixed that with butter, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, salt, and pepper. When it came time to finish the steak on the grill, after I'd already turned the grill off, I just put a good dollop of that herbed butter right over the top of both steaks, closed the grill for another minute, and just let them finish, let all that butter melt down over the top. Now the herbed butter was a touch too salty. I did a little bit over the board. And like I said, that sauce broke. The butter just, it wasn't working. But by and large, this meal, especially the sear on that scallop, whew, my God. 3 times now I've made scallops, and I think every single time I've made them, I love them a little bit more. Just, if you've never tried it with Gordon Ramsay's recipe, and if you have a good scallop recipe, if you think there's another way that I would really, really enjoy them, please let me know. I'm definitely willing to try, but man, Ramsay's recipe is absolutely off the chain. They're incredible. Absolutely incredible. So that was a win. That was a good win. Maybe your win didn't come in the kitchen. Maybe you got some chores done around the house. We fixed our bed headboard, the frame from my bed, and then we bought a headboard when I moved in, and it didn't fit the bed. And so it was kind of elevated off the ground. We had to build these silly little blocks to prop it up, and that just wasn't a good system. So we kind of fixed that and like securely attached the frame to the headboard this time. We bought a new toolbox the other day, so I got that all connected and filled up and got rid of some redundant tools, kind of consolidated a whole bunch of the tools in the house, and then put them all in one central location, so that way when we're working on a project, we only need to go to one place. I literally had to go up and down stairs or out to the garage like 4 times today, each, in order to get everything to do that bed frame. But that was a win. Tonight for dinner, grilled up some incredible Speedies. Corn on the cob. It was such a beautiful day here in upstate New York. Such an absolutely magical day. Beautiful, sunny, warm. It was so gorgeous. So I got outside, fired up the charcoal grill, skewered some Speedies, did corn on the cob. So first I did the corn on the cob inside the husk, and then after I let it like kind of just sit in there off the heat, so it was over indirect heat the whole time. I didn't want it over direct heat. Then I shucked it. Then I took that same herbed butter from the steak and just rubbed it all over it, and then finished it over the heat to caramelize that corn. Ooh, that is eaten, let me tell you. And that's the first sweet corn of the season. Like, once I eat sweet corn, once I grill some sweet corn, that's like really the beginning of spring to me. That's like really when the spring season actually kicks in for me. And once I'm done recording this, we're going to play some games. I'm going to have another beer. I'm down 10 pounds. Everything is swinging up. Everything is looking really up, which things have been tough lately. I've had my struggles. I've had things that I've definitely had to battle with. I've been working really hard and trying really hard on a number of different fronts to improve my life. Some of it works, some of it doesn't necessarily, you know. But some weeks I've had far fewer wins, and sometimes those wins are so tiny. They seem so small and insignificant, but you have to celebrate all of them. You have to take pride in the good things that you do every day. I am extremely critical of myself. So I know this is, I tell you guys this a lot, but I do the positivity stuff as much for anybody that's out there listening to this. And if you are, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for listening. If you're here on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Like, no matter what, you're amazing. You know, and I really appreciate the support, but I do this for me. I want to be here for me because I need to tell myself a lot of this stuff. I'm so hard on myself. And like I was really, really hard on myself with that steak and scallop dinner. It was a good dinner. It was a good dinner. I knocked it out of the park. Yeah, the sauce broke, but I saved it. Normally I build the sauce on chicken stock. Well, I didn't do chicken stock. I just cooked the onions on and some white wine. Simple as that. Turned out so wonderfully. Everything about it was just magical. Amazing. But yet I'm hard on myself. Yet I find reasons why things just aren't good enough. Have you ever felt like you're not good enough? That's my whole life. Usually, and I don't know other people's experience with this, but usually, if you don't feel like you're good enough, it's because at some point in your life, someone told you that you're not good enough. Someone made you feel like you're not good enough, even when you felt like you were working and you were trying and you were doing so much. And you were working so hard. But in the end, it wasn't good enough. And I think about this because it's 41 years now. I'll be 42 in July, and I still can't shake it. I still have such a hard time shaking the fact that every single teensy weensy little aspect of that meal wasn't perfect. And that goes with literally everything under the sun. If I do artwork for this show and the angle of a picture for food that I wanted to take isn't exactly perfectly where I wanted it to be, God, that gets in me. It gets in me and that frustrates me so much. Just why, you know? Doing this show, if I miss an edit, if a song transition or fade isn't as smooth as I would have liked it to be, or if it peaks a little bit too loudly and I didn't catch it in editing, I get really, really upset with myself. And compound that with Livestream for the Cure, which is, again, steamrolling toward us. But Livestream for the Cure, we're aiming for our biggest goal this year, and this year is the most different year we've ever had. We're aiming for a shorter event for the first time ever, so can we raise more money in less time? We have more new creators joining us than we ever have in our entire history. More new creators coming along for the ride than we've ever seen before, than we've ever interacted with before. Things are changing with the segments in between. There's not going to be Moonshine for Drew. Gerald can't make the trip up because he's got a lot of personal stuff going on right now. So it's a much different year for me, and I persevere and I continue forward and I work hard. And I just know, no matter what happens, and I feel this way even when we've hit the goal, but no matter what happens, I always feel like I haven't done enough. I always feel, and this goes whether it's friendships, relationships, or anything and everything under the sun in between, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like even right now, even talking to you, or, you know, you're watching this, you're listening to this, whichever and anything in between. If you're patrons of the show, I haven't gotten a Patreon episode out in ages. I haven't done a lot of stuff in ages. There's quick bites. There's other material. There's other stuff that I'm still waiting to get cranked out there. Haven't done it. Haven't done enough. Never doing enough. It's always here. It's always so present in my mind. And I know, don't message me and say, Nick, you're doing enough. I know. You're doing enough too. And you're good enough too. And what you do and who you are is good enough. And people should celebrate that. People should celebrate who and what they are. You should always, always believe in you. And I struggle with that so much because I've been told for a lot of my life from a lot of people that I won't amount to anything. I won't do anything. I'm just a, fat loser. Never going to lose that weight. Never going to get the job that I want. Never going to get, you name it. I've heard it so much of my life. So much of my life. The worst thing that you can ever do, ever in life, as far as I'm concerned, is tell somebody that they're stupid. Especially somebody impressionable, like kids. Don't tell people they're stupid. Don't put people down. Stop putting people down. Some people will annoy you. Some people will frustrate you. Let it go. Don't tear people down. Too many people in this world are too invested in tearing each other down. Build each other up. Build each other up, and let's all work together to build a better world. I truly believe that we can do that. And I hope that you truly believe that we can do that. Is that voice in your head? Close your eyes for me. Let's fade that music back in the background. Whatever voice that is, even if it's your own, the voice that tells you that you're not good enough or that you don't do enough. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Out. Leave it right here, right now. Leave it behind. Who you are and what you do is enough. Every single person in the world is capable of so many good things. Build other people up. Be kind to other people. Don't take advantage of other people. Don't punch down at people. Don't tear people down just because they're different from you. The things that I've been through in my life, and I have had, I'm a 41-year-old white dude. I have not had it as hard as some. But the things that I have been through in my life, a lot of those things, I wouldn't wish those on anybody. And I can't imagine the people that have been through so much worse than I have. Don't punch down at people, because when you punch down at people, when you treat people terrible, when you do nothing but elevate yourself above other people and punch down at them and attack down at them, you don't know what they've been through. You don't know how hard their life has been, how hard they've struggled. Just be kind. There's no reason to ever be anything but good and kind. If somebody annoys you, that's great, then just don't interact with them. Get away from them. Cut the toxic people out of your life, the toxic presences in your life. Have the strength to walk away from toxic situations. It's so hard. I know it's so hard. And we convince ourselves over and over of a million different reasons to stay in those situations. Believe in you and believe in your worth. Know what you're worth. Know that you are good enough. What you do is good enough. What you do is good enough. Don't you dare ever question it. Don't you dare ever forget it. That is all the time that we have for today's positivity video, but I do want to thank you all so much for watching. Take a look behind me. This is what we're talking about in the full-length episode of Nikoli's Kitchen, episode 52, all about breakfast for dinner and these beautiful almond flour berry pancakes. You don't want to miss it. Such a wonderful episode. I also made these live on the air. Make sure you're catching the Twitch streams over at twitch.tv/Nikoli's Kitchen every Thursday at about 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're streaming live for about 3 hours, cooking absolutely amazing food just like this. So make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. Help me reach more people with these messages of positivity. If I've helped you, if you've watched this and you really love this message, help me spread the word. I want to thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.